I started to have small victories each day. And over time, I found massive success in this industry. I've been doing it for over 22 years now. But it was because, again, I made that choice. I stuck to it. I figured out what I needed to do to be successful as far as things I could control with my activity. And every day I went out and I did that. I had good days, I had bad days. But ultimately, I knew that each day that I did at least the minimum amount of activity I could control that I was told I needed to find success, I would trust in that process. And that helped me not get in my own head or doubt myself or psych myself out. So every day was a success that I did what I needed to do. And those successes built on themselves and created an amazing streak. But going back to what we talked about a second ago, people don't want to fail. People don't want to lose. Everyone wants to win. They want success. But what you need is loss. You need failures to get to what you want. People always want what they want, but sometimes they're realizing or they don't realize that you need this to get that, right? I didn't want my restaurant business to fail. I wanted to be successful. I wanted to make a lot of money, have my own business. That's why I opened the restaurant business. When that didn't work, I just shifted it. So I went through something I did not want to go through, but something I needed to go through to get to where I wanted to be, which is where I am today with you.
Such powerful stuff. And that story is incredible. And I imagine, Dan, that's an amazing sales pitch, isn't it? What a fantastic thing to take in that life experience, you know. And I like when you were talking about that, the hairs on the back of my neck were standing up. So I can imagine your audience as well, you know, which leads me on to public speaking. And before we come on, I said it's probably the highest ticket in terms of like coaching, you know, or this, you know, in terms of this online space. Joel, how did you get into it? How did you find yourself, you know, going from this into talking about it on the stage?
Yeah, I think we all have three P's. I talk about it quite a bit. The first one is potential, right? Whatever you think your potential is, I guarantee you it's a lot higher because no matter how high it goes, it just keeps going. Your potential is unlimited. Passion is the glue in your life. It's what fuels you to where you want to go. So without passion, you have no power. You're out of luck. You're just going to be spinning in circles. But purpose, we all should have a purpose. Like a business has a defined mission statement or a purpose. But I don't know almost anybody who has a personal mission statement or a defined purpose. So how do you know if you're on track? And so my purpose was to help people. Going way back to being a kid, the thing that I really felt good about when I was doing it was helping people. And I've done it in different ways. I've done it as a personal trainer, helping people with their health. I did this with the restaurant, same thing with their nutrition. I did it in the financial business, helping people with their wealth. And over time, I got a little bored because I was doing this over and over again. And I wasn't hitting my potential anymore. I had kind of peaked out from what I was doing and I needed to do something additional or different. And I didn't want to leave my business. So my passion was saying, look, you love to help people. What are you good at? And I had some experience writing articles about finances for years. I would write articles in the local newspaper. And I thought back about this experience and I really enjoyed connecting with people around the country just by writing words on paper. And so I didn't think about that at the time about ever becoming an author, speaker, writing a book. But as I was looking to make some changes because I was not feeling as much passion each day to get out of bed, I was making, plenty of money. It was great, but that's not a substitute for passion. So I realized, hey, I need to help people more and in a different or additional way. So I said, I wrote those articles. I loved it. I loved helping strangers, people I never even met. I'm able to help them through my words. And that's when part of the idea came into my mind about, hey, you can write a book and not just talk to people in the United States, but you can talk to people around the entire world and help them not just with their health and their wealth, but to become the best version of themselves. What greater inspiration is there than that? And that's what got me so fired up to type this thing and launch it and go around the country speaking about it. So that is taking a passion and taking purpose and letting it evolve because it always has to evolve. You're either getting better or worse. I was getting a little bit worse, right? It's not just about money. Money's not the only way to keep score. I needed to feel alive to be able to take advantage of all my capabilities, as do all of you.
Absolutely. I could talk about this all day. A few key points for the people that are listening. Joel, I know you've been doing this for a long time as well. You've been doing this for years. I think 2026 is going to be a really crazy year. More different than any year that we've ever had. That gap of people failing will still be 90%. but I think more people are going to try this year than ever before because more people are going to get laid off. AI is going to replace jobs. More people are going to want to be entrepreneurial, right? As well, right?